great job.
I heard you say yesterday you've never seen such chemistry between a quarterback and a play caller. How does that manifest itself on game day?
They're talking the whole time. They're communicating the entire time, and I mean, even while Russ is at the line of scrimmage, they're talking. Not talking from Russ, but from Shane to Russ, and there's an ongoing conversation all the way up until there's no more time left about what we're seeing, what we're doing, what's happening, helping each other, and they do it together, and it was really fun to watch.
Was there a play that stood out yesterday that was sort of new or definitively Shane Waldron?
Well, let me. Yeah, here's one I'll give you. Our ability to sight and pick up the blitz. Why this is Shane Waldron is because he's open-minded enough to do things that we've done in the past. Russell has been able to strike you dead in blitz situations for years, and another coach might have said, "Well, that's not the way I do it," and his ability to draw from all of the good things, and we scored a lot of points last year, and we've done a lot of great things here, and it wasn't that we had to start all over again. And he was willing to learn and grow and incorporate, and so the two of them just bang, 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 and Russ got us exactly where he needed to get us. We picked up the pressure, and then the execution from the years of experience with Tyler, where they did that exactly the way it's supposed to happen, was, I think, an illustration of Shane's openness and creativity and really, his humility too. So I wish he could have got. But Rasheem Green really was on fire, which he's been like that the entire camp. We moved his position and changed him, and he's totally taken to it. He gets a lot more edge play, and he just looks like a terror, and I'm just so excited to see him. We forget how young he is. He's still just a young kid, and he's growing at it, and man, is he coming to life. So there's a lot of different factors that support it, and the guys inside played well too, so we're way ahead of where we started last year, and so I'm hoping we can find a really good combination of rotations that makes those guys really come to life.
First down, we're keeping you on your toes for this entire segment, Jake. After getting our first real look at the Seahawks offense, did Shane Waldron live up to the offseason hype?
Oh, in spades. Yes, he did. And the reason why is because he showed off the versatility of this offense. He showed the different ways that they can attack. You see the physical ground game with Chris Carson, getting him involved in the way that he was able to slice and dice in a really good Indianapolis Colts defensive front. You see the easy completions that were set up by yards after catch when you got Gerald Everett involved. You get Russell Wilson out on the edge in the naked sprint action game. This was perfectly executed. Then eventually you start taking deep shots down the field. You get DK Metcalf involved in the second half. They were able to get everyone involved. Everybody touched the ball, and that to me is extremely exciting. And honestly, in week one, they were able to execute it at an extremely high level. There is even more for them in store, and I can't wait to see it all unveiled as the weeks go on. And you look at their overall offensive scheme, and a lot of the hype was about the tempo. We didn't see them go crazy with their tempo, but what we saw is just an overall good tempo, Stacy, where they were on the line of scrimmage. They didn't mess around. They didn't wait till the clock was running down for them to call plays. They were at the line, constantly putting pressure on the defense, making them show their hand, where Russell Wilson, Shane Waldron are able to have that communication to get them in the right play or an advantageous play nearly every single time.
It was over the shoulder. It was a rainbow. He did drop it in the bucket. But Tyler's looking over his left shoulder running. It's coming over his left shoulder, and then he just twists his head around. It's coming over his right shoulder. I mean, his ability to track that and make that adjustment and go from one side to the other side and still catch it over the shoulder. It was a phenomenal catch. It was just, I'm sitting there going, you got to be kidding me with this.
Well, and every year we go, is that his best catch? Remember the one last year that hit him in the forearm?
Yeah.
And, he talked about how much that hurt. The one the year before in 2019 where he had the toe tap. Against the Rams.
That still, I think, is maybe the greatest catch he's made.
Yeah. But, this one, as far as difficulty goes, I thought of you, Bob, because we were out at T-Mobile Park, and we were watching the Mariners warm up, and you were describing something that I didn't see, but you saw it. Ichiro was looking at a fly ball that was coming, and then he would turn his back to the fly ball and catch it blind.
Over his shoulder.
Over his shoulder.
Yep.
I feel like, and I thought of you describing that because I think Tyler Lockett, it might have been like a blind catch. I mean, it'd be interesting to hear from him. I just feel like the angle that it came down at and the way he moved his head, I'm not sure he was seeing that football.
Yeah, you figure where he rotated, because if he was looking over one shoulder the whole time, okay, still a great catch, great throw. But he was looking over one and then adjusts, he like spins to the other side to catch it.
Right.
You figure in that spin, somewhere in there with the helmet, something had to block his vision for a moment at least.
Well, and that's the thing you have to remember. I mean, your helmet sticks out about 2 inches or 1.5 inches probably from your forehead. So it's not like he's out there catching it, like Ichiro was. I mean, I'm sure that he at least lost sight of it. Maybe at the end he was able to locate it. But, yeah, I think that's his best catch.